Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. Today we're going to be making a very unique piece for you that we haven't actually made on the channel before. We'll be taking some different colors and mixing them up to create a kind of marbelized color design, and then we'll be making a mid-sized vase. But before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and head to the studio and we'll begin the process. So I've preheated some different colors. It's a monochromatic design. I've got white, an opaque blue, a dark blue, and then a kind of teal color. We're going to mix them all up and begin to turn them molten. We preheated them in that small color oven to about 1,000 degrees, and now I'll move them over to our glory hole where we'll start to heat them up to close to about 2,000 degrees, and we can begin our mixing.
I got them over at Waterboys right now for sale.
Yeah, man, do it to it.
And watching the Blue Acres.
On the next one, it's still kind of chunky in the middle. I would consider it, yeah. It's not New York, it's Corning, you know, which is like 4 hours outside of the city. Like I said, I'm not gonna just like leave the channel. Woo! Good to be out of the rain in the desert. You can't remember la, 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 yeah. Marver, Marver. Marver, Marver, Marver.
Alright, so now we have our color nice and mixed up, and I'll be able to pass this off to my brother to keep nice and hot while I go and make my starter bubble. So now, like I said, I'm going to get a little bit of glass out of our furnace right here. For anyone who doesn't know, this furnace is 2,000 degrees on the inside, and it houses exclusively all of our clear glass. It stays on 24/7, we never turn it off, so that it has a nice hot reservoir of glass that anyone can come in and make glass art with. So I'm going to use this wooden tool to kind of cool it down and give it a little bit of a skin on the outside, and here in just a moment, I'll blow through the pipe, and you'll see that bubble start to pop out. So I'm going to let my bubble cool down just a little bit, and my brother's going to start to heat up that glass to get it as hot as he can. He'll bring it over to me, and we'll drape it across my bubble. This is what we call a color overlay.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I should have got a bigger start. They call it marble transparent. I like this here, yeah. But yeah.
Alright, so now that we have our color spread across that bubble, we can start to encapsulate it in another layer of clear glass. So this is going to be the second gather I think we've taken out of the furnace. We're going to do one more after this, and then we'll finally have all of the glass that we need.
fighting.
So now we have that new layer of glass smoothed out, and we're going to start to inflate the bubble on the inside. So I'm going to use my newspaper tool, which is about 12 sheets of newspaper folded up and soaked in water, and I'm going to have my brother blow through the pipe, and we'll start to slowly inflate it. We don't want to do too much inflating because, like I said before, the next step is we're going to dip it back in the furnace and get our final layer of glass. But as you can see, all the colors are starting to thin out. You can really see them when they start to cool down. Everything's orange at 2,000 degrees, but when it hits that 1,000 degrees kind of mark, you can really start to see the color. So we're going to add our last gather of glass, and we'll have all the materials we'll need to make the piece.
Coming out. Here's some air, on. Off. Give me some air, on. Off.
So now we're starting to really inflate the piece, and I want that area that's right off the tip of my pipe to start to inflate. But it's a little bit difficult to heat up, so we're going to use this torch to give it a little bit more momentum. And now I'm going to use this tool known as the jacks. They're kind of like a pair of big tweezers to put a small incision right off the tip of my pipe. And I actually want this piece to have a small little lip on it, a little like fluted lip. So we're going to actually stretch it out and put a second one a little bit farther down.
Woo, hands on fire. Oh yeah, keep turning, keep turning.
Maybe torch it again, because that's not.
Yep, come down. You wet my newspaper, and all right, blow hard. All right, off. This torch is dying. All right, blow. Off. Okay.
All right, so now we've inflated the piece to its intended size, and the next step is to add a bottom to it. So my brother's going to heat up just the bottom of the piece, and then we'll use a paddle to start to flatten it.
Okay.
Now that the bottom has been established, it's time to do the punty transfer. So my brother's got a second pipe, and he's got a little bit of glass off the tip of it, and what we're going to do is we're going to connect this to the bottom of the piece, and it'll be the new pipe that we use to manipulate the vessel. So we're going to tag this on right into the middle of the bottom of the piece, and then here in just a moment, I'm going to add some water right to the area that I want to break. We can give the pipe a little tap, and it'll break off. We'll have it transferred to the new pipe.
It's going to come out that we're all turning information.
All right.
Alright, so now that it's flipped over, you can see that there's a hole at the top, which is where the bubble originally went into our blowpipe. So all I have to do is stick my tools in, and we can manipulate it to its final form, and we'll be all finished.
Are you gonna trim it out?
Blow, 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 blow. Let's not worry about that. I was right off. All right. Wanna be free. Wanna free. All right, you want to paddle?
Kind of like a informal interview.
Sure, sure. Well, it's awesome, man. I hope it goes well. The punty is like cracked in a million spots. All right, we'll do it now.
Sometimes it'll just drop off.
Yeah.
I've only had that happen once though.
All right, ready? Got it. Nap gas. All right, let's go. Cool. Woo! Awesome.
Alright, and here's our final piece. I'm really happy with how this came out. The color pattern is really interesting. We always get all these different hues from mixing all those colors up, so I'm really happy with how it came out. And the shape is also really interesting to me. I've been really interested in these kind of low vases that are wide with a little kind of fluted lip, so I'm really happy with how that came out as well. And as usual, guys, this piece is available on the website, so if you check out the description box below, you can find a link to it. And thank you guys so much for watching today. Be safe out there. Have a good one.